If you walk into a car dealership today and sit down in the financing office, there is a 1 in 5 chance you will walk out committed to spending $12,000 a year on a single vehicle. That $12,000 only pays for the metal in the driveway. It completely excludes the soaring cost of auto insurance, gas, and routine maintenance. The old punchline about someone's car payment rivaling their rent is now a dangerous statistical reality, with over 20% of new car buyers trapped under a massive $1,000 monthly obligation. Most buyers focus purely on the excitement of the test drive and the smell of a new interior, oblivious to the macroeconomic crisis they are buying into. This chart tracks total consumer debt categories in the United States. Look at the bar for auto loans. It has ballooned to $1.67 trillion, surging past student loan debt. Auto loans are now the largest non-housing debt in the country, creating a massive, precarious debt pool that threatens the stability of the broader financial system. Dealership finance offices engineer these deals using a psychological tactic called payment anchoring. They purposefully shift your attention away from the total price of a $50,000 vehicle and focus you entirely on a monthly number that feels manageable. To manufacture that lower monthly number, lenders stretch the loan term out to 84 months, 7 full years. This creates an immediate illusion of affordability. Look at this amortization chart for a typical $42,000 loan at 6.7% interest over 84 months. Amortization is the mathematical schedule of how a loan is paid off. Notice how this massive block of interest payments completely dominates the first few years of the timeline. By month 18, you have handed the bank over $11,000 in total payments. But because of how the interest is structured, your actual debt balance has only dropped by about $5,400. A new car loses 15 to 20% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot. This specific mathematical structure guarantees you will owe far more than the depreciating vehicle is worth. For the majority of the 7-year contract, owing more to your lender than your car is currently worth is called having negative equity, or being underwater. Right now, nearly 30% of all trade-in vehicles carry this heavy burden. The average amount of negative equity has hit an all-time record. Buyers are dragging over $7,200 of unpaid debt from their old car straight into their next dealership visit. Dealers exploit this using the rollover trap. They take that $7,200 of old unpaid debt and quietly bury it inside the total loan amount of the new vehicle. You end up taking out a $49,000 loan on an asset that is only worth $42,000. Signing that paperwork locks you into an inescapable compounding spiral of negative equity. The sticker price is only a fraction of the true cost of ownership. When you take the average $72 monthly payment and add soaring insurance premiums, fuel, maintenance, and rapid depreciation, that vehicle drains over $21,000 a year from your net worth. Generation X currently holds the highest auto loan debt of any age demographic. At the exact same time, the average Gen Xer is facing a terrifying $466,000 shortfall in their expected retirement savings. The opportunity cost is staggering. If you invest that $1,000 a month into an S&P 500 index fund for 7 years, it grows to $96,000. If a 50-year-old redirects that payment into investments until age 65, it compounds into $200,000 in retirement wealth. An oversized auto loan functions as a systematic wealth extraction tool, silently dismantling the retirement futures of millions of Americans while masquerading as a convenient payment plan. Historically, Americans will default on their credit cards, ignore medical bills, and even miss mortgage payments before they let the bank repossess their car. You can sleep in your vehicle, but you cannot drive your house to work. This chart tracks auto loan delinquency rates over the last several decades. Look at the far right, subprime auto delinquencies have spiked to 6.65%, hitting an all-time record high in over 30 years of tracking. Consumer protection groups warn that this ballooning auto debt market and these rapid default rates look alarmingly similar to the systemic cracks that appeared right before the 2008 financial crisis. Because consumers protect their vehicles above all other assets, widespread missed car payments reliably signal the financial foundation of the middle class is fractured. Professional financial advisors use a strict, emotionless mathematical framework to defeat the dealership's traps. It is called the 24-10 rule. First, put down at least 20% in cash to block immediate negative equity. Second, finance the vehicle for no more than 4 years, ensuring you build equity faster than the car depreciates. Finally, the absolute total of all car-related expenses, the loan, the insurance, and the gas, must stay under 10 to 15% of your gross monthly income. Never confuse a bank approving you for a loan with your actual ability to afford the vehicle. An approval simply means the lender believes they can recover the asset if you default. The only way to protect your financial future is to let cold math override your emotions in the finance office. Sticking strictly to the numbers permanently breaks the cycle of the $1,000 trap.